He is an eccentric billionaire tech genius dead set on developing a self-sustaining colony on Mars by the year 2050. But RadarOnline.com can reveal Elon Musk has now been warned his plan to colonize Mars could kill humanity and create green-skinned Martian kids with brittle bones and weak eyes. Biologist Scott Solomon said, "Science fiction has often portrayed Martians or aliens coming from Mars as being tall and lanky and thin." He continued, "Perhaps in the face of this high radiation, we might evolve some new type of skin pigment to help us deal with that radiation. Maybe we get our own green men." According to Dr. Solomon, the humans colonizing Mars would endure living conditions so brutal they prompt a change in skin color and result in a loss of eyesight. He also predicts the children of Martian settlers would undergo drastic evolutionary changes, mutate and develop brittle bones, weaker muscles and a freakishly green coloring. Mars, which is about half the size of Earth and has 38% less gravity, also lacks a global magnetic field, a thick atmosphere and an ozone layer to protect Musk's colonizers should they successfully make it to the distant planet. Dr. Solomon, in his book Future Humans, claims the lack of a protective ozone layer would leave settlers battered by space radiation and UV light which, as a result, would lead to more mutations. He also predicts humans living on the fourth planet from the Sun would become more nearsighted because they would be forced to live in small enclaves and not need to see far. Another pair of scientists, Aneko Axp and Eric Oppel, warned half of the astronauts traveling to Mars would likely develop osteoporosis due to the weightlessness of space and the long 1,000-day trip. Oppel said, "A lot of people focus on the technological challenges of getting to Mars or the psychological challenges of being in a spacecraft for 1,000 days, but not necessarily the fact that your bones decay. Can people even make it, or will they be jello by the time they get there?" As RadarOnline.com reported, Musk recently announced his plan to send an uncrewed spaceship to Mars in 2 years to make humanity a multi-planet species. The SpaceX founder also hopes to send a crewed spacecraft to the planet in 4 years before building a self-sustaining city on Mars in about 20 years. Musk, 53, tweeted on September 7, "The first starships to Mars will launch in 2 years when the next Earth-Mars transfer window opens."